Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, comment, and share. Now, in today's lesson, we have this question here. So, we're asked to sketch the region of I, where I is this integral here, and this integral is bounded by a quarter of a circle of this form in the first quadrant. Okay. Now, when sketching a graph, you need to know how different equations appear on graphs. For instance, a circle which has the equation x squared plus y squared equals to r squared, where r is the radius, in this case r is 1, would just be a graph like that, a circle like that. So this is actually centered at the origin. If you should know, you should also know about the XY plane. So this is the XY plane. This is the first quadrant. This is the first quadrant. This is the second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. And in this case, we've even been told that the region is in the first quadrant. So meaning that our graph will only focus on the first quadrant. So if I would write this, I'll just write it like this, only focusing on the first quadrant. Okay, but I'll put the circle here fully so that you see how it looks. Okay, let me just do this. I'll put the full XY plane here so that you have an idea of what is going on. Okay, so this is the equation of a circle and this is the graph. Then a straight line, which is, for instance, x is equals to y, this is a straight line. It will look something like that. We have those x is equals to 1. These are all straight lines. They will just be, if this is, then it will just be like that. X is equals to 2 and so on and so forth. So, but in this case, we've been told that we're looking at a quarter of a circle. So now, when we want to sketch the region, we look at the integrals that we have. So notice that in the inside, you have dy, then on the outside you have dx. So this means that you get the variable that is inside, you pair them with the boundaries. So here it's y equals to this. So the first one is y equals to root of 1 minus x squared. So since this is on top, this will be on the upper boundary. Then the other one is y equals to 0. It's at the bottom, so y equals to 0. Then we have the x outside. So x, again, x is equals to 1 on top. Then x is equals to 0 at the bottom. Now from here, you just need to transfer these equations on the graph and you are done. Okay? So now to transfer the equations on the graph, we can start with the simple ones. We have y equals to 0. So this is the y-axis. This is the y-axis, meaning that we have y equals to 0, maybe y equals to 1, 2, and so on and so forth. And this is the x-axis. We have x is equals to 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. So now if you're told to draw the line y equals to 0, where is y equals to 0? Y is equal to 0 here. So let me put blue. So y, this is y equals to 0. So y equals to 0 here. Let me use another color. Let's see. Let me use white. Okay, let me use this. Okay, I'll use red. Y equals to 0 is here. So this is y equals to 0 because we are counting 0, 1, 2, 3. Then we'll go to this one, x is equals to 0. X is equals to 0 will be here because we are counting 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth. X is equals to 1. Let me say this is where 1 is. X is equals to 1 will be somewhere here. Okay, now you're only remaining with this one. So for this one, you need to simplify the equation. So let me erase this part. Okay, let me leave this circle. Okay, this is x squared plus y squared is equals to r squared. So for this one, you look at this, it is y, you get rid of the square root by introducing squared both sides, and you're going to have y squared equals to this, and this will cancel, and you have 1 minus x squared. You rearrange the y's and the x's together, so this would be y squared. The x comes this side, so it would be plus x squared is equals to 1. Or you can write starting with the x squared plus y squared is equals to 1. And you see that this is the equation of a circle. So now you just, since there are no any points here, you know that the circle is in the first quadrant, is in the origin. So you just draw your circle like this. I'll draw it here. Okay. Now you need to know how far your circle will go. Okay. You need to know how far your circle will go. And what will tell you how far the circle will go is the radius. So remember, this is the equation of the radius. So you just equate r squared to whatever number is there. So in this case, r squared is equals to 1. Then you get rid of the square. You say square root, you cancel. R will be equal to 1. Square root of 1 is 1. So meaning that, luckily for us, the circle is also ending here. Let's see. Luckily for us, the circle is also ending here. So, and on top there, it is going up to 1. Even this side up to 1. Even down here up to 1. So, if we were to draw the full circle, it would look something like that. Okay, but we've been told that the circle is just in the first quadrant, so we'll just draw a half circle like that. So remember, this is a sketch, so you draw the circle like that and put your coordinates. So this is x, your equation, x squared plus y squared equals to 1. So this was the line, x is equals to 1. This is the line y equals to 0. And this is the line x is equals to 0. And you're done. So this is how you do a simple sketch. So I'll give you a problem to try out. Okay, suppose you're asked to sketch this one. So you do the same thing here. You pick out, say, okay, the inside part is dy. So you say y is equals to this. So y is equals to root of 4 minus x squared, and y equals to 3, so y is equals to 3. Then x again, x is equals to 1, x is equals to 0. Then you try to put this on the x or y plane. So try to do it, then you will show me how the sketch will come out.